Students at the University of Arkansas are taking campus safety into their own hands. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kelly O'Neill. Jennifer is on assignment. KNWA's Clarissa Bustamante on campus with how these students and police are working together to tackle the issue of sexual assault.
2 reports of sexual assault have been filed by campus security authorities, with one case happening just last week in Yoakum Hall. If a report is filed with a campus security authority like an RA or a bus driver and not police, the individual involved stays anonymous and the police department can't investigate the case. To Captain Gary Crane of UAPD, not reporting is a problem.
That can help prevent it from happening to somebody else. So it's important to let the community know what's going on. It's also important to make sure that people who are committing crimes have been identified and have their justice delivered to them.
According to the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, only 20% of female student victims actually report to law enforcement.
I think a lot of it comes from shame, and it's a cultural thing. It happens to a lot of people.
Students at the University of Arkansas are taking a stand against sexual assault because it's not just a problem here.
I think it's a problem everywhere. It's not specific to the U of A.
To take safety into their own hands, these students teamed up with local organizations and police to make sure this doesn't become a common occurrence. Maria Calderon, the director of student safety at the U of A, says helping sexual assault victims is something she wants to dedicate her life to.
I care because I think it's kind of like everyone should care. I think we're just kind of in an era where people started talking about it. And if you look around in the people in your community, your roommates and stuff, more than one will probably have experienced this.
If you need to report a sexual assault case, you can find out how on our website. That's nwahomepage.com. In Fayetteville, Clarissa Bustamante, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
Thank you, Clarissa. In 2017, there were 13 cases of sexual assault on campus, including 9 rapes and 4 cases of fondling. In 2016, 7 cases of sexual assault were reported, including 5 rapes and 2 cases of fondling. A criminal case against a University of Arkansas professor has been moved to a drug treatment court. Justin Murphy Nolan, you can see him on your screen, an anthropology professor, will have felony drug charges dismissed if he successfully completes drug court requirements. That's according to a transfer order filed Thursday in Washington County Circuit Court. According to UA spokesman Steve Voorhees, Nolan is on paid administrative leave from the university. He was charged with 4 counts of possessing a controlled substance. Around Arkansas, the State House greenlights a new definition for motor vehicle under the state's DWI law. The bill clarifies that drivers of tractors, other farm equipment, and 4-wheelers involved in fatal or near-fatal accidents must have their blood alcohol levels tested. New reports found there have been confusion with law between police, prosecutors, and others in public safety. That's why the bill, if passed, will be called Jacob's Law.
Jacob Bishop, who was just barely 23 and a student at UAM, he was about to propose to his girlfriend, and he was killed in October of 2016 in a farming accident.
The coroner requested law enforcement take a blood draw from the driver, but that never happened. The investigator wrote in his report he didn't do one because a tractor accident didn't qualify as a motor vehicle accident by law. In D.C., politics, as many as 1 in 3 service women and female veterans may suffer from infertility. That's the conclusion of a recent report by the Service Women's Action Network. That's as much as 3 times the rate for women outside of the military. KNWA's Bree Jackson reports that SWAN is calling for action, including federal support for research on why reproductive health problems are more common among military women than the civilian population.
The report found that military women suffer infertility problems nearly 3 times more than the national average.
The highest percentage occurring amongst currently serving women at 37%. And so that was kind of an alarm, because if you look at the general population, you find that it's only 12%.
Ellen Herring is with the Service Women's Action Network. She says the drastically higher rate raises major concerns about reproductive health care in the military. Herring says challenges include limited access to treatment options during deployment.
Women use birth control on deployments, usually not actually to prevent a pregnancy, but to regulate their periods.
Those surveyed believed exposure to contaminated water and toxic chemicals at military facilities could be partly to blame for their infertility. Military officials recognize that more needs to be done to support female service members and women veterans. But the Defense Department hasn't conducted a comprehensive study of women's health in more than 30 years. Officials say an updated report from the Defense Department is expected to be released later this year. With a record number of females and women veterans serving in Congress, Herring is pushing for more resources to go toward reproductive health care.
It's been a little studied, little considered topic.
By raising awareness about health concerns and risk factors, supporters hope to ensure women who serve our country get the services they need. In Washington, Bree Jackson, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
All new at 5, 40 million Americans are expected to miss a credit card payment this year. That's according to a survey released by Wallet Hub. The Credit Counseling of Arkansas is offering solutions for individuals who may run into this problem by offering to meet with them in person and online to discuss their overall financial status.
We take a look at their overall financial situation, help create a budget with them, and give them some tips and advice that they can use to implement a brighter financial future.
The CCOA advises that meeting with a credit counselor could save you thousands of dollars in the future when it comes to big investments like home and car loans. Happening in our area, a Northwest Arkansas organization is recognizing Black History Month in a fashionable way. Compassion Fayetteville Black History Month will host a celebration, day, and style show on Sunday. It'll take place at the St. James Missionary Baptist Church in Fayetteville, the oldest black church in Northwest Arkansas. This is the 5th year that Compassion Fayetteville has hosted Black History Month events, and attendance has been up this year.
We've had so many people tell us that they've been inspired, motivated, it's also been a very fun experience. So overall, we're very pleased.
This weekend's Celebration Day and Style Show starts at 2 and goes until 4 at the St. James Baptist Church in Fayetteville. It's free and open to the public. Well, this week, KNWA and Fox 24 partnered with Arkansas Children's Northwest and Biotech Pharmacal to host Give a Kids a Miracle Telethon. The children from ACNW Telethon joined us this morning in studio to show just how much money was raised. And now, without further ado, the total amount raised, you can see there was $15,714. A big thank you to everyone who donated and participated in the telethon. Of course, you can still donate until March 9th by heading over to our website, nwahomepage.com. Are you looking for a furry friend to take home? Well, we'll have some energetic pups to show you coming up in our Pet of the Week segment.
Well, if you take your furry friends out for a walk tonight, you might need a towel to dry them off when you get back indoors. As you can see, we've got rain on the road, and we're going to have rain on the radar, even some strong thunderstorms. I'll tell you about that when we return.
You're watching KNWA News at 5 with Jennifer Pignate and Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott. Closed captioning is sponsored by Air Control. KNWA Northwest Arkansas News is sponsored by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Brands you want, a name you can trust.
Thank you for making us #1.
McClarty Daniel Ford is Arkansas's Dealer of the Year. We're the #1 Ford dealer in the state. And it's all thanks to you, Northwest Arkansas. Visit our new showroom or BentonvilleFord.com.
Where there's smoke, there's going to be the area's best ribs, barbecue, burgers, and more at Smokin' Joe's Rib House. Cooking you the best award-winning barbecue for over 25 years. Smokin' Joe's Rib House. We offer the best quality meats, burgers, and specialty sandwiches. You won't know where to start. We also offer catering for weddings, business lunches, tailgate parties, and more. Give us a call for pricing and more details. Visit us at our new location at 200 North 8th Street in Rogers.
American Shaman is about health and wellness. This company was founded on by accident. I had an uncle who was dying from 4-stage lung cancer, and I was trying to find something to help him. I didn't know what CBD was, and that path is what led us here. And that's really the DNA of this company, is about compassion and help.
Come get a free CBD sample at one of our 5 local locations: Fayetteville, Springdale, Rogers, or Fort Smith.
Northwest Arkansas is best experienced behind the wheel of a Hyundai from Crane Hyundai in Bentonville and Fayetteville. Right now, drive the all-new 2019 Santa Fe for as low as $269 a month, a new Elantra starting at $189 a month, or a new Kona as low as $209 a month. and they all come with America's best warranty and shopper assurance. Our team is here to do what it takes to show you the value of an established name with deep Arkansan roots, because we are Arkansas driven. Crane Hyundai in Bentonville and Fayetteville.
McCarty Daniel Ford Lincoln has the largest selection of new Fords in the tri-state region. That's over 300 new vehicles, plus savings up to $16,500 off MSRP on America's most popular truck, the Ford F-150. Visit BentonvilleFord.com.
We'll get your week started on Monday by telling you about an event that will inspire women from around the area.
And find out what steps you can take to prevent heart disease.
Plus, it looks like a mild Monday. We'll show you that. Plus, your bus stop forecast. We'll see you Monday morning.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Melissa Hall.
This time yesterday, we were talking about how we could have a beautiful sunset because of the clouds moving in. Well, the clouds moved in. Oh, there we go. TV magic. Did you see that? The clouds moved in and they never left. This is a time lapse from Mount Sequoia. No sunshine today. In fact, just a misty, drizzly day all day long. I call it one of those Eeyore days where it looks like it's going to pour down on you at any point. And we did see some showers, but we barely took in any rain. The fog is starting to clear, but you still need to use caution as you're driving home because it is patchy and it is dense in some areas. Now, clearing is in the forecast, but we've got storms to get through until then. You can see all of that moisture that's been surging up from the south. Well, it is about to meet with this system that brought some snow to Los Angeles yesterday. You should check out the pictures from Flagstaff, Arizona. Unbelievable. They set new records for how much snow they've taken in. Well, as this continues to move eastward and the moisture continues to surge northward, we're looking at the potential for severe weather in eastern Arkansas tomorrow. Now, here, we haven't taken in much rain today, even though it's looked like it's going to pour down all day long. Just over 2/10 of an inch in northwest Arkansas for Bentonville, but barely just 2/100 of an inch in Fayetteville. So really hit or miss. We had that Fayetteville fizzle and temperatures warmed up actually. We're in the 50s. That's the warmest temperature we see in pretty much the entire area except for McAllister, who got to 51. We've been struggling to get out of the 40s, and if you have any wind today, you most definitely feel it. That wind, 14 miles an hour, it's starting to pick up. Well, it hasn't been that strong, but like I said, it is picking up now, and that's going to be our big concern tomorrow are those winds. But look at what it does to the temperatures. It feels like it's 36 in Bentonville where they have that 14-mile-an-hour wind. Well, here's what we're dealing with. Like I said, all that moisture surging up, and then very strong system out to our west. As this does come in, we will have the risk for severe weather enhanced actually over eastern Arkansas. Not going to be surprised if we do see some tornadoes come out of this system because it is going to pack quite a punch. Now here, we're fortunate. We're in the non-severe and barely clipped by that marginal risk. Now the risk that we're looking at with this is going to be the wind. 48-mile-an-hour gusts in Albuquerque, that's what we're worried about. Also, maybe the potential for a little bit of hail. Let's see how this plays out. Take your dog for a walk tonight. Still got spotty showers hanging out around the area. That continues all night long. By tomorrow morning, the system's going to start to move in, and as it does, it comes in very quickly. So the rain by noon should be out of here. The sunshine does return, and this is when it starts really getting its act together, as you can see off to our east, and that is where that enhanced risk for severe weather tomorrow will be. It'll be cold on the back side of this, but sunny. So it's going to be another one of those deceitful sort of days where you look outside and it looks to be warmer than it really is, Kelly. But get our NWA Weather Authority app. While we're not expecting any of those storms to turn severe here, those winds really could be factor tomorrow for you. Now, we keep mild temperatures through the middle part of the work week. We do have a cold front that moves in next week, but we also have something else to look forward to on that 7-day besides the sunshine. Next Friday, I put a little flower action on there because us meteorologists officially kick off spring March the 1st next Friday, even though it doesn't technically start for about 3 more weeks after that.
Exciting stuff. So it looks like I'm going to have to play tennis on Sunday instead of Saturday morning. It's going to be windy.
It's going to be rainy and windy Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, that sunshine, you might think I can go play tennis then, but no, that wind's not going anywhere. So Sunday's your bet. It's going to be cooler. Layer up, but yeah.
All right. Thanks, Melissa. Two sweet and energetic pups are ready to leave the shelter and join your family. Meet Chance and Alice in our Purina-sponsored segment, Pet of the Week.
So we have Chance here. Chance is a male pit bull. He is roughly a year old. He's actually been here for 2.5 months. He was Pet of the Week last time. Still trying to get him adopted. He still does really well with people. We are still looking for a home where he would be the only dog, just for his benefit. He does pretty well with kids here whenever they come to see him. But he likes to play. He does pretty well with rope. He does like to play tug of war. All right, this is Alice. Alice has been here for about 1.5 months. We think she's a black lab mix. She came in already fixed, so we haven't got her checked as far as age or anything. But she gets along well with other dogs. She's full of energy, and sometimes I don't think she realizes how big she is. But she's very sweet. She likes to play. She also likes to cuddle a lot, too. Like we learned probably last week that she has really good ball drive. She likes to play, catch, and that kind of stuff. So here we have Alice and Chance together. We are looking primarily for a one-dog household for Chance, but Alice has been one of the few dogs that he gets along with and behaves. So we feel pretty comfortable with them two in the yard together. They just play really rough. They haven't had a fight or anything like that. With Chance, it'd kind of be a special situation as far as multiple dogs in the house, but we would feel comfortable if somebody wanted to come and adopt Alice and Chance together.
Such cute dogs there. Well, the number of heart attacks are rising in younger women.
Had a higher prevalence of diabetes and hypertension than men of the same age group who had heart attacks.
Plus, find out what's beginning to be one of the biggest health threats in the U.S. We'll take a look at your Health Minute. That's coming up next.
If you have been injured in a tractor-trailer wreck, call us today at 479-JUSTICE or visit our website at elliotsmithlaw.com.
One of the greatest misconceptions about having a midwife is that you can't have an epidural. You absolutely can. Having a midwife doesn't mean having one specific kind of birth experience. I care for people across their entire lifespans. Creekside in 3 words: warm, friendly, and inviting.
Wimpy trash bags. Come on.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Hey ladies, buy Hefty Ultra Strong at a low price.
I wish.
Get Hefty Ultra Strong. Costs less than Glad Force Flex were sold head-to-head.
Oh, heavenly hand cream.
Heavenly hand cream? My hands get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief of dry, cracked hands. Thanks to O'Keeffe's, I got my hands back.
Well, that's my ride. Whoa, that's your car? Yeah, it's pretty lit.
Billy?
Just drive, Mr. Johnson.
The 2019 Toyota Camry. Right now, get $1,000 customer cash on a fun-to-drive new 2019 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places.
Get the most for your home furnishing dollars and 60 months interest-free financing during FFO Homes President's Day celebration. Held over. Outstanding values across the store. Dual motor power lift recliners, $898. Starter queen-size mattresses, only $198. Great buys on Natural Elements and Tempur-Pedic mattresses, too. Queen-size sleigh bed, just $148. Nobody beats our savings on designer sofas, guaranteed. And 60-month no-interest financing, too, at FFO Home during our President's Day celebration.
I love my staff. We have most caring staff. They're friendly. They like taking care of the patients that come in. And then there's my patients, and I love being in the room with my patients. We approach taking care of patients more that they're our family and not as a business.
You're watching KNWA News at 5.
In today's Health Minute, heart disease is the nation's #1 killer of women, and now new research shows it's targeting younger age groups. KNWA's Erica Edwards reports.
Heart attacks are becoming more common among younger women.
Surprising, given that the United States population is aging.
Melissa Cahey and colleagues at the University of North Carolina School of Medicine found that in 1999, 21% of heart attacks occurred in women between the ages of 35 and 54. By 2014, that percentage rose to 31%. Experts say women tend to have more heart risk factors than men.
The women with heart attack had a higher prevalence of diabetes and hypertension than men of the same age group who had heart attacks.
Those underlying problems more frequent in women of color, and data show there's an information gap.
Where about 63% of Caucasian women knew they were at risk for heart disease, only 34 and 38% of African American women and Latino women, respectively, knew they were at risk. So we have an awareness problem.
Doctors recommend all women take control of their health by getting blood pressure checked, exercising, quitting smoking, and eating plenty of fruit and vegetables. Erica Edwards, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
According to the World Health Organization, vaccine hesitancy is one of the biggest health threats in 2019, along with HIV, Ebola, and climate change. The news comes amid new outbreaks of measles in the U.S., including 170 cases reported since September in New York alone. The WHO says the disease rose by 30% globally between 2016 and 2017. There are many reasons people might not get vaccinated, but vaccine hesitancy is defined as reluctance or refusal to vaccinate despite the availability of vaccines. Will we need to keep our umbrellas out for the weekend, or will there be a chance for sunshine? Meteorologist Melissa Hall joins us with the final look for forecast when we come back.
Hank's Fine Furniture and Mattresses is proud to sponsor KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
Drivers today face a lot of distractions, but a driver's main job is the responsibility to operate a vehicle safely. Eliminate distractions when you drive. But if you're hurt in an accident by another driver who didn't, then call us. We're going to be on your side, by your side.
Are you the last one to take a shower in the morning? No hot water? Never run out of hot water again. Steve's Plumbing, 479-631-8804, installs tankless water heaters. Mention this ad and receive $100 off installation.
I love shoes. You find them in the store, you know, they like call you, but they hurt. The best ones hurt the worst. And you're walking around going, I don't want anyone to know that I'm not happy. You're stuck in the arch supports, and I felt so much better. I'd say Good Feet helped with all of my great shoes. They turned out to be something that actually works for me. My name is Ava, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Great prices and selection. Why, that can only be A to Z Variety. Looking for that certain arrangement? You pick the colors and we'll do the rest. Find us on Facebook for daily and weekly discounts. A to Z Variety in Fort Smith, your one-stop shop, from groceries to furniture and everything in between.
This President's Day, experience Acura's ultra-responsive lineup, like the exhilarating MDX, the thrilling TLX, the quick-to-react ILX, or the commanding RDX. Hurry in. These offers won't last long.
Visit Acura Fayetteville for attractive offers on the RDX.
Your car simply doesn't stack up against a big truck on the road. Most cars only weigh about 4,000 pounds. A truck can easily weigh 80,000. If you're in an accident with a big truck, your car simply won't win. But if you're hurt, you want us on your side, by your side.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Melissa Hall.
Well, the bad news is the dreary conditions continue overnight tonight and into the first part of tomorrow. The good news is sunshine returns tomorrow afternoon. Now, it's not going to be the best day to get outside and maybe try to climb a ladder and do any work or start a fire or trying to clean something up, because the wind will be very breezy, gusting 40+ miles an hour. So we do have an elevated risk for fires tomorrow. But look at how warm we get, even though the storms move in the AM. Now, those storms, after they get out of here and the sun returns, we keep it around for the first part of the week. Temperatures right close to where we should be Sunday for our regular average. We get on a warming trend, and then, of course, just in time to welcome our meteorological spring, what us meteorologists call the first day of spring, Friday. We're right back dealing with a cold front and temperatures back into the 40s. It's another one of those up and down roller coaster forecasts, Kelly. The good news is you only need your umbrella for the first part of the day tomorrow, and that severe weather risk has shifted out of our area. But still, get our NWA Weather Authority app, because with spring just about to kick off, you're definitely going to need it.
All right, thanks so much, Melissa. Well, it's Safety Week at the U of A, and students are gathering to discuss important issues. Find out what some main concerns are on campus. We have your Just Home headlines next as KNWA News at 5 continues.
It's not the final chapter in the book of life, but rather a new beginning, a second act.
Super savings!
And your sales tax paid.
Sale includes solid wood bedrooms for kids, guests, or a master bedroom with 5-piece suits, only $7.99. Come see us at Hank's Fine Furniture.
Northwest Arkansas is best experienced behind the wheel of a Hyundai from Crane Hyundai in Bentonville and Fayetteville. Right now, drive the all-new 2019 Santa Fe for as low as $269 a month, a new Elantra starting at $189 a month, or a new Kona as low as $209 a month. And they all come with America's best warranty and shopper assurance. Our team is here to do what it takes to show you the value of an established name with deep Arkansan roots, because we are Arkansas driven. Crane Hyundai in Bentonville and Fayetteville.
Every day I meet wonderful people who feel helpless, pain, and even embarrassment to the point that they feel like they've lost control of their lives because of their smile. If this sounds like you, I want you to know that you're not alone. I make this dedication to you, that you will get to experience the confidence and the joy that a smile can bring to your life. With Sedation Dentistry, we can help you change your smile so that you can change your life.
It's the one and only Ford Truck Month, the place to find one-of-a-kind deals on Ford F-Series, and the brand with the most J.D. Power, IQS, and Appeal awards. With best-in-class towing and torque, these bad boys make the rules and break them. That's why it's America's best-selling truck 42 years straight. But like ribs at a barbecue, these deals won't last long. Ford Truck Month. It's buy now time, partner.
Now during Ford Truck Month, get 0 for 72 with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, plus $2,800 in bonus cash on F-150.
Super savings!
And your sales tax paid.
With pillow top queen sets $2.99, memory foam queen sets $4.99, free adjustable base, any premium set. Come see us at Hank's Fine Furniture.
Text KNWA to 27297 for a free food offer from Arby's.
You're watching KNWA News at 5.
In case you're just walking in the door, here's a look at today's Just Home headlines. Students at the University of Arkansas are taking campus safety into their own hands, working with police to tackle the issue of sexual assault. Just recently, there have been 2 reports of sexual assault filed on campus. Campus police want students to know that they are able to report the incidents to other individuals, such as an RA or a bus driver, and they will remain anonymous, and police cannot investigate, so they're encouraging students to come forward. The State House greenlights a new definition for motor vehicle under the state's DWI law. The bill clarifies that drivers of tractors, other farm equipment, and four-wheelers involved in fatal or near-fatal accidents must have their blood alcohol levels tested. New reports found there have been confusion with law between police, prosecutors, and others in public safety. That's why the bill, if passed, would be called Jacob's Law. Well, this week, KNWA and Fox 24 partnered with Arkansas Children's Northwest and Biotech Pharmacal to host Give Kids a Miracle Telethon. The children from the ACNW Telethon joined us this morning in studio to show just how much money was raised. And without further ado, you can see the total amount raised was $15,714. A big thank you to everyone who donated and participated in the telethon. But you can donate until March 9th by heading over to our website, nwahomepage.com. And you can see more of these stories tonight in our 6 p.m. broadcast, or head over to the KNWA News app right now for the most up-to-date information. You can download that app for free or in the App Store. Thanks for joining us tonight.